friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a great day so far. So in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing, I'm going to show you newest Suqqu eyeshadow palette. This is part of their holiday collection. I'm going to be creating two makeup looks with this beautiful palette. I'm going to be doing comparisons with their pre-holiday collection, and also we're going to be doing a full face of Suqqu review of the whole brand. So very exciting video. I cannot wait to show you everything that is in store. If this is your first time around here, hey, what's up? My name is Gigi. Thanks so much for clicking on my channel. I hope you stay subscribed for more. Click that red button below, and also come over to my Instagram, because over there I keep you posted on makeup sales, new makeup releases, everything like that. So make sure to go ahead and follow me there. And without further ado, let's start, you guys, and let's get started. And today I am very excited because not only I have a Suqqu eyeshadow palette, which I've been waiting for since the pre-holiday collection launch, but also it is actually a collaboration with my beautiful friend Stephi from Stephi Glam. Stephi and I have become really good friends, like real life friends, and this is just amazing for me. I keep wanting to work with her because she's just so cool and different than me. Like, our personalities are very similar if you meet us in person, but at the same time it's so opposite when it comes to makeup application, makeup, you know, styles and everything like that. So I love that. I love working with her. So in today's video, we wanted to make it extra special. And what is cool about our collab is that I'm going to be working with this quad pretty much, which is the warm tone quad, and she's going to take care of the cool tone. How nice is Steffi to let me pick a side? She didn't mind. She likes makeup. She likes cool tone, warm tones. She didn't care. I care. I get scared when it comes to these cool tones, and she didn't mind. So I'm like, okay, we're winning. Anyways, you guys, Steffi's info is gonna be linked in my description box, of course, and she is just amazing. You need to check her out. Extremely hard worker. She's a mommy of 2 boys, just like I am. And this collab is very intentional. I want collaborations to be meaningful, and every time I do one is because I know the person, I love them, you know, at heart. So today is also really fun because we are sharing a full face of Suqqu. So we've got the same products and we're going to tell you what we think of them and do a full face together. So that's fun, right? Let's start off with complexion. And the primer that I like to use every time I use Suqqu's newer cream foundation is this one by Tatcha. So I like to use this one because it is a little bit of a mattifying, you know, kind of primer. So I will use it on my T-zone because I have combo skin, and a little bit here, and I don't drag it to my mouth area, which tends to be a little bit drier than usual. So this primer is going to control my oils because this is a glowy foundation. So this is going to, you know, give you a natural glow all day long. This is Suqqu the Cream foundation, and it comes in a beautiful jar like this. I do have this shade 35. I did a full review on this foundation, and so did Steffi. So the way that you want to apply this guy is just, you know, just put a little bit. This is a really nice match for my medium complexion. I'm going to leave foundations reference in my description box. So this is a light layer of the foundation, and you can see that it has really nice coverage. It has a little bit of luminosity. It looks extremely natural, but it evened out my complexion very well. So I really like that about this foundation. It is glowy, but not too much. It is just, you know, the right glowy kinda. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is their concealer. They did come out with a new concealer as well. I'm going to show it to you in a second, but it doesn't have much coverage. To me, I have dark circles. I need a lot of coverage. It is called the Complete Coverage Intense Cover Concealer. I do have the shade 15, but I don't don't find it to be full coverage at all. I think I picked up a shade way too dark, so this doesn't do any brightening for me. It's just going to pretty much cover my dark circles, but I do have to correct, as you saw, because if I didn't correct, then my dark circles is going to be showing up too much. Even like this, I feel like I need tons of coverage, but the consistency of this concealer is nice. I like the longevity of it. It doesn't crease or cake underneath my eyes, so I do like everything about the concealer, but the coverage I need a little bit more. Next up, Suqqu's powder. So I have the Suqqu Soft Velvet Loose Powder, and it comes in a beautiful package. It is a little bit of a rosy powder, if you could tell from here, but it is a very mattifying. So for this powder, I just applied the slightest bit underneath my eyes. I could apply it everywhere, but I don't apply too much around my mouth, just like dusting like that, because it is very mattifying, but it is a beautiful and blurring and pore filling and everything else. I really like this powder, but again, if you have dry skin, I don't know how this is going to be because it is quite matte. That took away every single shine that I had, like it just takes away every single thing on your face because it is extremely mattifying, but it is a beautiful powder. So I went ahead and applied bronzer off camera because I don't have a Suqqu bronzer to show you. But next up, we're going to be using their face palette. So this is what this one looks like. This is 102, which was the holiday palette that they released recently. I also have 01, but I'm going to be using this one for today's look. This is just a beautiful palette. I love it, you guys. I like to mix colors, so I just mix every single of them and I apply them. I feel like these powders are really blurring and buildable, so you could totally build them up as you need to. They're not extremely pigmented, so they're not like they're not gonna give you clown cheeks all at once, but I love it. I think I've mentioned this multiple times. And then they do have highlighters in here. If you want to see a review on the pre-holiday collection, I'll link it above. This is part of that, and also a palette that I'm going to show you in a minute. These highlighters are just very natural and pretty. I don't find that they do emphasize any texture or anything, but they're extremely natural. So if you're into natural highlighters for everyday, I think this is perfect. And the tones look scary, but they're not. Alright, you guys, so I did my brows off camera real quick, and now we're going to be playing with this beautiful palette right now. And as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a warm tone look, so I am going to dip into the brown first, and I'm going to apply that just lightly in my outer V, and then we are going to go from there. And this brown is just very pretty. It's not a true matte color, but it is one of those shades that are soft and buildable. So you've seen me dipping in quite a few times, but I don't mind that as long as it blends out okay. So it is a pretty brown, as you can see now. I am going to be taking a flat brush like this, and I'm going to take this pinkish color. I'm gonna try to apply it all over my lid dry. And this one has more pigmentation, just the one swipe kind of thing. This is a beautiful color. And then I'm going to take the gold shade and I'm going to apply it in my inner corner here for some brightening. And these shades are applying very pretty, really beautiful. Oh, I love this gold shade. I'm gonna wet my brush for the red just to see if it gives me more pigmentation, but I'm pretty content with this amount of pigmentation. I just want to see for the sake of the video if you wanted to see more pigment. And I think you could see that it gave me more pigmentation, but not extremely, you know, like not too much. For my lower lash, I'm going to apply the brown and I'm going to run it all over my lower lash. And this is pretty much this eye. We'll come back to this one. Now for the other one, I am going to take the same brown and I'm going to apply it in my outer V and then probably dip into the orange. I'm gonna next pick up the orange and apply it all over my lid. So this orange was actually applying very lightly as you saw at the beginning, but once I really dig my brush into it, I think I picked up more pigmentation. It's not extremely pigmented, but these two shades aren't, and I could tell because these are the mattes in here, and we're gonna talk about it in a minute. But I'm going to take the gold, same gold, and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner, and this one is pretty. So this one is going dry and then we're gonna wet it and apply a little bit. Same brown is going on my lower lash. And I don't think Stephi is going to mind if I borrow one of her shades. I do want to use this one. I want to put it in my inner corner here. Just to add a little bit more brightening. You see that? And then I'll do the same here. Ooh. Yes. And I decided to pick up a more stiffer brush. This one is a Crease Pro onto the brown, and I'm going to deepen out my outer V. The other brush that I was using by Refer is extremely soft. It doesn't really pack a ton of color. I think this shade needs a little bit of a stiffer brush to pick up the color. And I think I was right. This looks much better, more pigmented. So these are my eyes. I'm going to finish off with liner, mascara, and I'll be guys. And I'm back. And before I show you my makeup, I did wanted to put on one of these lip fogs. This one is in the shade 102, and it was part of their pre-holiday collection. And I just love this lip piece. Watch. So they do go on like a cream lipstick. They are so comfy, they blur your lines. This will be tacky or will be like this without setting for a good, I don't know, like good hour, and then after a while it sets down and they're locked. These last a ton on my lips. I need more colors from this fog. I haven't tried their glossy ones, but the fog ones. I have this one and the other one, I don't know what it is, but the other one 103, which is also part of the pre-holiday. And this is my fave because hello is a nude. But anyways, this is my full face of Suqqu. Alright friends, so now let's move on to swatches. We're going to be live swatching these babies right now, and then we're going to be comparing them with Suqqu's pre-holiday collection. So you know me, I need to live swatch everything. So this is first shade up, then you get that beautiful purple color which has glitter. Ooh, it's a fun color. Then you get this platinum gray, then look at these pigmentation. Steffi is in for a treat. So she's got no mattes to work with because I took them all. Then we have these beautiful gold shade. This is the matte in the palette, and then we get this other metallic. Look at that. And then the brown. So these are the shades. You can see them. Very pretty, very beautiful. The mattes do swatch, feel, and apply a little bit drier. I have to say that I mentioned it, but if you have brush like this that is not really packed, this doesn't kick up any product. Like it's really hard pressed, like it just feels like a cream. It is the weirdest consistency ever. It truly just feels like a cream, both of them. Like this one too, like they won't kick back anything. It is amazing. If you touch them, they feel like a cream, but on the eyes they just melt beautifully. I didn't mind that I had to go back and forth multiple times, as you saw, to build that brown. And so this is the first brush that I was using, Refer 13. But then when I wanted more pigmentation, I went ahead and used this Crease Pro by Sonia, which is a really tiny crease brush, but this is a very packed. So this is going to really get in there, picked up you know, the product really well, and I think that really worked out with this palette. So these are the shades. I found them to be really pretty, very beautiful, and yeah, this is this palette. I did wanted to put this palette side by side because I'm sure you guys are going to have questions. So these are the pre-holiday up top, and then this is the holiday palette. You can see that this has a pop-up purple and a pop-up orange, just like this, but I don't think they're gonna be similar at all. So you see this purple is a shimmer, and the purple in here is a matte. Then we have the orange. I don't have room here, so I'm just gonna swatch it here. So this is the other orange in this palette, if you wanted to see it against this orange. And then here we have this purple, and then the other purple, the pre-holiday palette. Then we don't have like this darker shade, we don't have. Then again, we have a deep brown here, which comparing to this one is not gonna look similar. Wait, they do. This one is way darker than this. In the pan, they don't really look alike. You can see that this is more, I don't know, like just deeper, right, than this. And I was so excited to dip into the palette. I didn't even show you the palette. So this is what the palette looks like. very pretty black slick with a gold rim. I love when you open it, you get these shades and beautiful big mirror at top. When it comes to their face palette, you can tell them apart because this one doesn't have that gold rim, but they are the exact same size. So we didn't find many similarities you know, when it comes to this guy and their pre-holiday collection. I did wanted to make sure to swatch them so you could see, but this is beautiful, friends. This was beautiful. I feel like Suqqu's formula is just different. It's just different from anything in the market. I don't know how to explain it. I need a scientist. I need someone that makes these shadows to explain this to me, because these shades here, they're mattes, they're just like a cream, they're just the weirdest consistency ever, and I love it. I love how unique Suqqu's palettes are. I love their combination of colors. I mean, who will think to put these colors together in a palette, and how fluttering do they look together? I know I didn't, you know, use the cool tones, but that's why you have to go check out Stephi. But this is just stunning. I loved every single shade. I swatched every single shade as you saw, and this is just, I am out of words. Everything about Suqqu, I've been really into. Their face palette I love, and I mentioned this multiple times. Their fog lippy is amazing. The cream foundation is not my first choice if I have a long day ahead, but if I have to, you know, like a shorter day kind of thing, this is for me. This is pretty, it is amazing. It looks very natural. Like, look at this complexion, just looks very pretty. Everything together. The face palette, as I said, is really blurring. Look at the highlighter, like everything. I've been loving Suqqu. I wanted to make this video, and I am so happy that I got to do it with my girl Stephi. Please do not forget to check out Stephi's, you know, video. She is going to be also thorough when it comes to comparing and everything like that. I love her comparisons, so I am very excited to see what Stephi's got to say about the palette and every single product that she's going to be reviewing, because as well as me, she's got a full face of Suqqu. Alrighty guys, and that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this holiday collection? What do you think of the eyeshadows? What do you think of Suqqu makeup? Have you tried it? Or like, what are your thoughts? Do you have any must-have from the brand that I need to try? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. Thanks so much, you guys, for love and support. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.